Donkey Jaw Projects!
What's up, everybody? This is Marshall Lee of DonkeyJawProjects.com. How you guys doing? I'm doing all right. Today I'm drawing Lucas from Stranger Things, and this is the second in the Stranger Things series. So far I got 4 that will be in the series, but I'm sure I'll continue because I do love this show, and I don't know, it's one of the few shows that really gets me going as far as wanting to do some fan art and stuff. I mean, there's a lot of shows really, but you know, a lot of times I start out wanting to do some fan art and then I move on to something else. Most notably my comic that I was actually working on this morning before I recorded the audio of this video. Anyway, so I did this one a little bit different than I did the Dustin one because I guess I have a little bit of a difficulty with line weights and knowing, you know, how to kind of use them. I'm still definitely figuring that out. For the Dustin one, I used kind of this, what is it called? It's like a, let me see if I can find it. It's called the Pigma Sakura. It's like they're like these little brushes sort of, but they're with like felt tips and like plastic tips. And there's this one that I really like, the fine tip one, which is kind of like a plastic tip, so it's more of like a pen, but it also flexes, so there's, you know, it can act like a little tiny brush. So I really like that. That's like one of my favorite pens these days, and you can get kind of a lot more control. Really cool and everything, but again, you know, I struggle with the line weight sometimes, and sometimes I use like a really thin tip. I think on the Dustin one I did okay with it, but sometimes I go with too thin of a tip, like when I'm choosing my microns, and I'll go with like the really, what is it, 0.01 or something, or even if it's just like 0.5 or something. And it's too thin. Like I notice after like I finish the piece and maybe scan it in, it's a little bit too thin. You know, it depends on how small you're drawing and whatnot. But even in like my comics, it's like I'm wondering if I shouldn't really go that small, or I should really save that small one for other usages, like super fine details. And I also don't really like changing pens. For some reason, I just sometimes I forget or I get lazy and I just keep going with the same pen for line work. So I don't know, but this time I used like the 0.8 or whatever micron for the whole piece, and I really didn't even mess with line weights. It's all pretty much the same line weight, and I actually really like how it came out. Maybe it's just the size I'm working in. It's a, you know, 5x7 piece of watercolor, or actually Bristol paper. So yeah, I really like that. And then I use some illustration markers, just various ones that I have. I only have a few Copics, and I have a few Blicks, and I have some Prismacolors. What else I have 2 different kinds of Blicks, some with the brush tip and some without, and I wish I had them all with the brush tip, but they didn't have that when I was really getting these markers a lot. So yeah, this is Lucas, Stranger Things. I really love his character. He's kind of the character that a lot of people somewhat don't love as much, you know. I mean, I think they love all the kids, you know, but you know, he's the one that kind of brings the difficulty. You know, he's the kind of pragmatist, the more aggressive, critical one. But I think it's because he's just super passionate about his friends, and he wants, you know, things to go right, and he doesn't want it to mess up his world. But he's also just super aggressive and just, I don't know, he just wants to do things the right way, and he brings kind of a sense of reality to what's going on, you know. But, you know, eventually he has to kind of be reined in, and he has to, you know, be made to believe, you know, basically. And you know, in this instance it seems to work out, and that's why I still really love the Dustin character, because he's the one who kind of gets them back on the right path and things like that. but I really love Lucas and his passion and everything, and he's a cool little kid character and stuff. So yeah, I really love how this actually came out. It seemed to work out pretty good, and I think I even like it better than the Dustin one I did, and I didn't make as many mistakes, thankfully. So yeah, hopefully you guys dig it. Here's a little bit of the process videos and everything, or pictures, I mean, stills. And thank you to everyone watching this. I really appreciate you taking out the time to check this out. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you to my patrons. You guys are awesome as well. Thank you for your support. I've been doing some videos and stuff, so check that out for only $1 a month if you're interested in some extra content, more like the vloggy 100 days of making comics type stuff. I'm going to be doing some other stuff on there too pretty soon. So anyways, thanks for watching. You guys are awesome. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you on the next episode.